Hello, everyone. I am
Hello.
here with my beautiful co-hosts, and this is Sisters of the Mystical Tarot. Allie isn't joining us today because she's off having fun at a concert. Yay, Allie.
Yay
Yeah,
for her.
Candlelight Queen concert. Hello.
Yes, I mean, you can't do better than that. So,
Yeah.
my lovely co-host, Marina, what do you have going on your channel? Would you like to let us know?
Well, I tomorrow we have got Val and I are doing the 100th episode of Messages for Lightworker.
Ooh, yeah.
Imagine the 100th episode. This is beyond anything that I could have conceived and whatnot. And I'm just so
Yes.
grateful, Val, that you have
Your
decided
chat's
to
filling
take
up,
me on
Val.
this journey.
Yeah,
Sorry?
absolutely.
Yes.
No, I totally agree with you, Marina. It was just meant to be.
Yes.
I mean, we were definitely guided by
Yes.
the powers that be
Yes.
to
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And
So-
it's been a pleasure the whole way. So
I think so too. Yeah.
any
So, and then we've got also tomorrow, we've got Golden Girls Coffee Glatches at
yeah.
7. And then
Yep.
Colleen Coolcrone readings on Friday. I've got some personal readings over the weekend. And just after I'm done with this show, and this is my 4th show today.
Oh
Four.
my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's a lot. Holy cow. Holy cow.
Yes, I am going to take myself to bed, and I ordered the book Navalny. It arrived yesterday, so I'm going to
Ooh.
start reading that, and just take it easy until tomorrow at 4 p.m.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. Thank
That's
you
what
for
I've got
sharing.
going on.
That's a lot. Thank you. And
Yep.
Shari, what about you? Voices from the
I'm
swamp.
working. I'm working this week.
Wow.
I have Golden Girls. We have Golden Girls tomorrow
Yep.
night.
Yep.
And I've got the Night Owl Saturday night and Mastering Mental Wellness Sunday afternoon with Isaac. We're going to be talking about how to find a good counselor.
Yeah.
And kind of apropos, I would say. And we're just going to see where it goes from there.
That's awesome. Awesome. Yay.
Wonderful.
You
Yes.
know, go ahead, Marina.
I was going to say, Jamie Sheridan said that Marina, you're overachiever. You, I learned from Gerald.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I learned from Gerald. Yeah, you want to book a reading? You want to see what classes are coming up and whatnot? Look, go to marinasheartcentertarot.com.
I just want to say that is true. I just want to
Yes.
say hi to everyone.
Yes.
Karna. I'm for butchering your name, and I'm so sorry. Marine, Innocent Potato, Book, Bewitched, Emily, Jamie, Courtney, Linda Bishop, Garnet, Linda, Charlie, Denise, and let's see, Christine, hello, and Teresa, and I think, Louise, hello, butterflies are free.
Book is here.
Witchy Gardens, Charlie C, Mimi, Nee, and Foxy Roxy, Linnea. Hello, everyone. And we're so glad you're with us. And today, of course, is a little interesting. I picked a topic since I am hosting.
Yes.
And it was about steps to decompress and release the stress of the last 10 years. But apparently we might have to just
stand out.
Yeah.
But it all holds true.
Thanks,
I
Jean.
just want to take this opportunity to tell everyone what my feeling is about this whole thing.
Yes.
That has gone on. And for sure, there seems to be shenanigans and kind of things that don't add up, votes that weren't counted. It doesn't make sense. Kind of a bogus win, but it's not something I want us to concentrate on. Just know that it's kind of like all of us readers were reading a certain timeline. This many people cannot be wrong on the timeline they were reading. That's a lot of readers, a lot of channelers, people that aren't even
Mhm.
associated right with this community, all coming up with this Kamala win. So just so you know, when you jump timelines, you're changing and realigning your course. This is something that happens. And you, in relationship to all the other people who are in your world, your universe. And so this shift, your intensified emotions that you were never meant to carry, that you need to just let go of, wounds, blocks, whatever that may be, because it's not really you. It's just a passing storm. And this is facilitating all those MAGA people, because when they get in there, they're going to have things occur like their social security might be taken away, the healthcare system completely gone, any safety net out there for them might be gone, and they are the people that need it the most. And they may not realize, oh, this is going to happen to me. But
Yes.
no, we'll just let it play out if it does. If it does, you know. And so what's our opportunity here? To shift into love, us in our center, in our calm center, to openly embody and shine the light within us, really diving inward,
Yes.
trusting the process, because it will all end. It'll either end in 4 years or end before inauguration. Who knows how long, but it doesn't matter. The formula is the same. Stay centered, stay feeling peaceful, because I had a feeling of anxiety from January 5th all through the day, and I could hardly sleep that night. And finally, I went to sleep and I woke up with this peace, knowing that the focus is internal, the focus is within, and that's where you maintain that calm center that can walk through anything. And so that kind of dovetails into what we're talking about today, and that is about how do you decompress after 10 years of stress. I mean, just we'll say it like that, because once you do, you can keep it going.
Mhm.
So after, after all of that, one of the things that I like to do to de-stress, and it's probably counterintuitive, eat candy, eat ice cream. You have to love all your relatives no matter how they voted or whatever's gone on. You just, enjoy the family and the connection. Get under your blankie and watch your favorite comedy and laugh your ass off, and start dreaming of other things you want to manifest, because it's all about you in your little internal world, creating something that you can share with the world. So that is sort of the formula. And it's my formula. Everyone's going to have their own formula. And Marina, what's yours for de-stressing from 10 years of
Cheap booze. I haven't drawn a sober breath since 2016. But
oh my gosh. There is
I
that
think,
too.
yeah, you know what? For me, it's just remembering to step back and look at things as an observer. It's like I am watching a movie and I'm watching the characters that are playing in the movie, and I may be one of the characters.
Yeah.
But when the show is over, I get to leave the theater. I get to walk away. I don't take those people with me. I don't, reach out to them and all that kind of stuff. So I do try to see it more as just sit back quietly and observe. See who's doing what, who's saying what, how are they reacting. It's almost like a study in human nature. What the tapes that people play in their heads that they will revert to, and so on. And probably the same thing that I do when I'm sick, which is get a couple bridal magazines and just flip through them. And I'm not looking for bridal wear, honestly, but I want to see the designs. I want to see what's in. I want to see, are they using crystals?
Fantasize.
Fantasize. Yeah, carry on. It's, it's like I'm shopping for a wedding dress for the daughter that I don't have.
Right.
So that, and yes.
That I get.
Yes. Yeah. And chocolate.
Oh, yes.
Chocolate, I love chocolate.
There's a place for chocolate.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And
I want to talk about chocolate.
Dark chocolate grounds you. So
absolutely. Yeah.
And I do agree with you, Val. I think that this we didn't get it wrong. Spirit doesn't set us up to fail.
Yeah.
And I've been saying this since late last night or early hours of this morning. Spirit doesn't put us in tests, right? So that it can set up a situation and we fail, and Spirit sits back and goes,
well, how can we fail when it's Spirit giving us the message?
So, exactly. So
ding, 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 ding. Hear the bell ring.
Exactly. It's not over till it's over, and we won't know when it's over. It's just, if we give in to the fear now, we are putting that fearful energy out there into the universe. We are allowing that fear to grow and to multiply. But it's kind of like, going to an old country dance. You can dance by yourself. You can choose to sit back and not dance. The choice is yours. So we're seeing all these things. We're hearing all these things. You can make a choice to just say no.
And that is so true, Marina. I love that you said that, because what is the difference between engaging in all the drama or stepping back and going inward? It's your point, your perspective, your feelings and thoughts, and where you engage in them within yourself. So that is a free will choice.
Yes.
You can be miserable or have joy in every moment, no matter what is going on in your outside world, because none of that has to affect you here. So yeah, I love that.
It's this moment right now. We're and I did feel early this morning. I did feel anxiety, and I thought, wait a minute, it doesn't feel like mine. That's
probably
I'm not. No, it was. I'm picking up on everybody else's anxiety, and I get it. Believe me, I get it. So, the idea is to kind of let you know that, yes, you're feeling anxiety. I acknowledge that. When people are fearful, they sometimes do and say things that they normally wouldn't say and do, but they're reacting. And that's when things go wrong, when you just react without thinking. So if you take a back seat and you're an observer, then you're not likely to do those knee-jerk things that sometimes could end up costing you more than they do someone else.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
stay calm,
Stay
breathe.
calm.
It's not over. There are many days between now and January 20th or
Right.
July 19th. There are many days.
And
We don't
even
know what's
even if
happening.
it took a year,
Mhm.
whatever it is, just
Mhm.
let it play out because I think it will unravel. So
Yes.
I just want to say to Celtic Seer,
Yes.
we don't actually take questions in the show during Sisters of the Mystical Tarot, but ask you to post every week a question that
Mhm.
is a deadline of Wednesday at noon Pacific time to get into the show. So as to something is off, how will it play out? We can't read on that this week. So if you want to put it in there for next week, but I'm going to tell you something. It's better to just get off of focusing on that
Yes.
and focus on what you're going to manifest in your life, what you're going to bring forward. Because apparently, this whole timing is for us to just, it's going to elevate us this last bit of time before the end of the year is going to be huge in our evolution. And through this purging of anxiety and
Yes.
stress and all this outside influence that we
Mhm.
allow, nothing can change you or shift you unless it has your permission. So what do? You take your energy back and just concentrate on your own growth.
Mhm.
And you're going to see a shift in your spirituality, a shift in your
Yes.
awareness quickly. So, Marina,
Yeah.
did you
I've
have
been
any more?
I've been since the time that I got up this morning and realized that the energy was not mine, the anxiety was not mine. It's like very peaceful, very
Yeah,
peaceful.
very
It's
peaceful.
Mhm.
it's okay. We know what we're doing. We are maybe what our job now is to be the light, the steady rock for the rest of you,
Yes.
who maybe are, 90% on board with our thinking. And we're here to hold your hand while you do the other 10%. So that
Exactly.
you can then be the beacon and the light for someone else.
To others. Yeah.
Well said. Well said. That is
Thank you.
exactly right.
There's that university education paying off.
I mean, here it is. Paying off in
Yeah.
spades. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, Marina. So, Shari, what's your
Well,
take on-
Marina takes to alcohol. I've got drugs. So, minor prescription at that. So, the doctor gives it to me for now. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know, that may go away. But it's just I mean, last night, this morning when I woke up, very sick of the stomach, very upset like last time.
Yeah.
But then I spent the morning at work just doing what needed to be done because I almost called off and didn't go to work today. And I thought, no, if I stay home, I'm going to wallow in it and it's going to be worse. I'm just going to get up and go to work like I would normally. And that helped big time. That
Yeah.
helped. So at lunchtime, I made like a 7-minute video just trying to do a daily affirmation and simply started it with today's affirmation. And I'm going to have a really hard time being inspiring and affirming right now because of where my headspace is and how upset I am. But we're all in this together,
Mhm.
as long as we hold each other's hands and we got each other's back, we're all in it together. And just, just don't let it make you nuts. Any kind of stressful situation, my first response is chocolate and ice cream. That's my go-to. And usually
You say that like
either
it's something bad.
No, it's not. My mother said that chocolate and ice cream were necessities and had to
Yes.
be had daily. So, that's what I grew up with. It's a
Yeah.
daily standard that we all must have in
Yes.
our
Oh,
body
yeah.
every day. Um, and from there I tend to watch I'll go to the movies, watch movies on the computer, especially my superhero movies because they always win in the end, right? So
Yep.
makes you feel good. Um, Either that or comedy, something that'll make me laugh, or I'll
Yes.
kick back with some good music. Today it was kind of facilitating between listening to a reader try to describe how they felt, which I got it. We were all having to kind of express that out. Um, and then listening to some stand-up comedian for 10 or 20, 30 minutes, and then
Mhm.
Yeah.
listening to a couple of music pieces. And so I was kind of flip-flopping all over the internet this morning. And it helped. I mean, it usually
Mhm.
does. Um, am I still upset? Yes. But you know what? I'll get over it. It is what it is. We'll learn what we learn. And
Yeah.
in the meantime, Spirit, divine source is trying to teach all of us a lesson that we thought we had learned.
Hmm.
Obviously, we haven't, or not enough of us have learned it.
Yes.
Therefore, we're all having to do it again. It's like, the teacher saying, well, I gave this test and only one person aced it and everybody else did rotten. We're going to do it again.
Yep.
Well, that makes the whole classroom go, oh, so, um, but it's necessary to learn what you need to learn. And,
Hmm.
uh, and it's just a matter of, I spent most of the afternoon trying to cheer people up. I mean, my phone was like going off like the 4th of July all afternoon, which is not normal. And and it was constantly telling people, it's gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. Don't get all upset. Don't fret. It's gonna be okay.
Yes.
Um,
And
and I
and
just
did
left it
and
at
wouldn't
that.
you say, yeah, it's like saying we're not going back, but
Yes.
Exactly.
we're pulling it in. We're not going back. We're going to keep moving forward in the way the divine feminine moves forward, and in our community, in our thinking, in our growth.
Mhm.
We're not going back into any of those energies that we read on, or we have read on.
Right.
Or
Let the
you
professionals
know
do their
what?
job.
He
And
shall not be named. I
yeah,
call him
it's like
Voldemort.
let the professionals do their job. They know what to look for, they know what to do, and they know how to handle it. And
Yes.
it's our job to trust
Yeah,
that they're going to do their
yeah,
job.
Yes.
And in the meantime, get on with living,
Yeah.
exactly. So
you know.
don't have
It
angst.
just
Try to take yourself back to your calm center,
calm, calm pace.
calm and peaceful. How beautiful is it to wake up and feel so calm and peaceful, like a peaceful lake? I woke up
Yeah.
that way this morning and I said, man, this is like a gift.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because
And speaking of,
yesterday, yeah, go ahead, Marina.
I before I forget, Amber, Gemstone Rhapsody said earlier, my dear friend Connie always said they don't have chocolate on other planets. Earth is special.
Earth is
Yes.
special. That's right.
Sometimes we're special ed, but we
Yeah.
make do with what we
We
got.
are
Yes.
definitely
Yeah. It
special in
works.
some way. I'm sorry, Shari. Were you done, or did you have more?
Yeah, I was done.
Okay, because I mean, we really are shifting gears into a new kind of energy where we have risen above all of the
Yes.
fray. And so we really are going to be the support system for everyone. And all of you in our community are that support system that goes out and helps everyone in your community. So, or you wouldn't be here. So, yeah, here it is.
Exactly.
So,
It's what we
And
do for each
as Karina says, we all are self-medicating, whether if that's alcohol, drugs, or chocolate,
Uh-huh.
self-medicate at your disclosure. That's your business, what you self-medicate with.
if you
Just don't
self-medicate
abuse
with ice
it, and
cream,
Yeah.
don't get behind the wheel of a car if
Mhm.
it's
if you had that
mind
raw
altering.
ice
So
cream out of the wheel, out of the car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mine is always food related.
Yes. Yeah. That's my big comfort thing is food.
it's food.
When I'm happy, I want to go out to dinner and celebrate. When
Yeah,
I'm sad,
exactly.
I want to go out to dinner because it'll make me feel better.
I totally am with you, Marina. I love it. I love it. I love
A
it.
good
That is my
juicy
happy
steak with a
go-to
baked
place. Yeah.
potato and
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, see, that's what I did. We got up at 7:30 in the morning. My husband and I went to the store, and all I could think of is, oh, I'm gonna get my crock pot out and I'm gonna make some stew with potatoes and carrots and onions, and oh man, I just can't wait for it. Yeah, because it's comfort food. It's
yeah.
that smelling it cook in the crock
Yes.
pot and all of that just makes you feel like all soothed and
Yep.
it's something I look forward to for sure.
Yep.
So everybody has their own ways that they sort of give themselves that comfort, which is all awesome. Everybody has their own creative ways. And
And whatever works for you works for you. You don't have to justify how you self-soothe to other people, and it doesn't have to be approved by other people.
It's nobody else's
What about
business
them? It's
what
about
you
you.
self-medicate with,
Yeah.
be it drugs, alcohol, or chocolate. What you
Yeah.
self-medicate with is your business.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just be
Thank you.
responsible when you do it.
I just want to say hi. I don't know if I said hi to Julie, Chris, Queen, and artist Liz, Linda De Gonzalez. What?
Hello.
Kristen
Yeah.
F.
I've been trying to say hi
Andy,
to everybody as they come into the
Imelda.
chat.
Yes.
because-
Yeah.
Thank you,
You have.
Shari. Thank
You
you,
have.
Shari.
Yeah.
Very good. We have a greeter here.
Wonderful. Thank
But
you.
anyway, we absolutely.
Well, I don't simulcast anymore, so it's not like I have my own chat that I'm keeping up with. So that frees me up to just focus on the StreamYard chat.
Yeah.
And then I can say hi to everybody, and if someone's getting out of hand, I can let whoever know, so
Yeah.
it's just, I mean, I just decided I wasn't gonna risk that road again, and now that I'm out of YouTube jail and back to normal and building my membership, that's what I'm focusing on.
I like Patty D. My affirmation is, let me hear your voice so that I may follow. That's sweet.
Exactly.
And I just want to say, Norm says he's like, I don't know why, but when you go to when I'm on my iPad, at least when I go to my live, it says 2 days ago, because it's when I set it up in StreamYard, but it's not the date of the show. It is live.
Well, there's usually 2 columns. One is the
there
date
should be.
that you set it up, and one is the date that it's going to air.
I don't have 2 columns.
Oh,
Mine just says maybe my StreamYard isn't updated. I don't know. I say when I want it to air, and there's no other date I give it. It populates everything else on its own. The day that it was scheduled and the day that it airs. And it just started showing up like that. Maybe I should pay attention to StreamYard and see if I can.
It could have changed some of your settings and you didn't realize it.
Yeah.
Especially if you had any kind of power glitches recently, or any, fluctuations or something. It can sometimes knock things kind of off kilter in the system.
I'll check that out. So thank you, Norm. And I'm sorry you were late because of that. It threw you off.
Yeah. but you're here, and that's good.
But you're
But
here,
it's
and that's
just like I emailed Val earlier saying, "Are we starting an hour later than normal?" It took about 15 minutes, and I looked over at my clock again because I have like this desk clock that I keep on my
Yeah.
desk,
yeah.
and so that I'm not doing this number all the time. And I glanced over, and it's like, wait a minute, it said that time a while ago when I looked at it. It hasn't moved. And that's when I realized the second hand wasn't moving around. The battery had died in the stupid clock.
Oh
And so I
gosh.
looked at my watch and I was like an hour behind where I thought I was.
Yes.
And so I had to email Val again and go like, never mind, just
Yeah.
call me foolish. The battery
Uh-huh.
died. I was wrong.
Uh-huh.
Well, I think, and getting back to everyone making huge leaps in their awareness,
Mhm.
everyone going through all of this in these last rocky
Mhm.
and exciting times. We should just say exciting times of 2024 and beyond. Um, it is really a wonderful thing to spend some time diving in and try and meditate or do some practice where
Mhm.
you go in and talk to your guides, because it is like you are going to get answers. There is
Yeah.
no veil. It's like you will get answers, and you'll be going, "Oh, was that me? Was that them?"
Yeah.
It's just a for sure thing. So even if you have that busy mind, take those 3 calming deep breaths where you
Mhm.
take the deep breath
Yeah.
in through your nose, pause for a moment, hold. That's like holding your breath for a few beats, and then exhaling through your mouth. Do that like 3 times, more if you want.
Yep.
Surround yourself
Just so
with light.
hyperventilate.
Mhm. It
Because you
it
can
really
make yourself hyperventilate if you do that, make
y
yourself pass out if you do too many
if
of them.
you go
Yeah.
if you go
Yeah.
very slow and only hold your breath till you feel like, you really wanna
Yeah.
breathe, don't make yourself get lightheaded at that
Yeah.
point, because everyone's different. You monitor yourself. If one breath might be enough for you, one breath.
Mhm.
So what you're doing is you're transcending your ego mind, and you're really going to this higher vibration that you are.
Yeah.
It's like it's like, oh man, you're your energy body now. Boom.
Yeah.
Just like that. That's really what happens. So you're
Yeah. And make sure
connecting.
that be conscious of the breathing, be present, be conscious of what you're doing, not just be
Yeah, it
conscious
isn't.
of
It's
everything that you do. And it's like, oh,
slow,
yeah.
slow through your nose.
Yep.
It's piranha,
Yeah.
piranha,
Yeah.
par- pranayama.
Yeah.
It's that pranayama where you breathe deep and it's slow. Everything's slow, and people do it to different beats. It could be 4 in and 8 out. It just
Yeah.
depends. So I don't even worry about that at this stage. You just go ahead and do it, because it's going to shift you into a higher frequency over a very short amount of time, immediately, actually. But then
Mhm.
you keep doing it every day, and you're going to find yourself transcending where you were in consciousness. And you're going to go, oh, you don't think the same way. You aren't gravitating to do the same things every day. And you
Mhm.
notice your perspective has shifted, and you're attracted to do different things, and think different things come in front of you. All of this happens with that shift in perspective that we talked about as you go inward.
Yeah.
So the magic is, it's not outside of you,
It's in
it's
you.
inside of you. So
Absolutely. Hey,
yeah,
Clarence. Hey, Roxy.
yeah. So we did have one question. However, I don't see the person in the chat, and we have a rule that you have to be in the chat to have your question read. And this is sixes. If you're here, sixes, let us
I
know.
haven't seen her.
You
I
know,
haven't seen her at all.
I haven't seen her.
I saw her earlier today, but not here in the chat. Excuse me.
Oh, and we have a hurricane headed for us.
So, oh, really? Oh my gosh, that's like how many?
Raphael, almost forgot.
They're claiming
Hurricane
it
Raphael
this year, or
is getting ready to hit Cuba, and then it's supposed to go into the Gulf, and they're saying it's going to come right into Louisiana.
oh,
Of course, it could always jog left or right, but as of right
Yeah,
now, it looks like
because
it's
I mean,
heading
why
for us.
not?
So,
You know,
yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go around and ask all of you, what's your life hack for, getting in the zone, getting in that everything is beautiful, everything is wonderful, feeling like the world is just giving you everything. You can't, you just open up and people are buying you coffee at Starbucks, in the car ahead of you, that kind of thing. Marina, I mean, it could be that or anything, just a life hack for, you working with energy, or, however you want it.
you know, I think just being positive and being grateful, always being in gratitude. And I find that there's always being in gratitude. The universe is constantly giving me things to be grateful for. Just little things. It doesn't have to be, great, huge, big things, but just little things
Yeah.
that I can say, oh, look at that. I'm the ambrosia apples are my favorite, and they're on sale. Oh my God, this is great. It may
could be
sound
that simple.
childish,
Yeah.
but it's
That's the
yeah,
beauty.
yeah. It's being in that and going, hey,
Seeing everything as a gift from the
Beautiful.
universe as you come across it. That propels the universe to give you more and more of
Yes.
those beautiful moments where you see all these things.
Mhm.
So that
I
takes a
come at
lot
it
of
from a
energy.
little bit of a different perspective. My
Mhm.
self-talk to myself is usually, suck it up. There's somebody in this world worse off than you, so you don't have any need to complain. You're not so bad off. There is somebody in
Yeah.
the world worse off than you. And so it's like, that sounds kind of negative, but not really.
Yeah.
It's just being honest with myself and saying,
Yes.
quit being a crybaby and just get up and do what you need to do. Stop bitching about it, So it works for me. It may not work for everybody, but hey.
Yep. Yeah. It's
Right.
whatever works for you to get you to that better place, that more centered place,
Exactly.
that more
Exactly.
loving.
And for that, I've got to go
compassionate.
outside.
Yes.
If I really need to get to just
Yeah.
absorb what source is wanting me to know, I have to go outside and just sit. And usually I'll either listen to music or I'll put on some kind of ambient music,
Mhm.
so many hertz to get you here, there, wherever. Just because that helps shut my brain down, which seems to go nonstop all the time.
Yes.
Right.
I wake up in the middle of the damn night and get up and I'll come over and start doing stuff. It's like, what are you doing, Shari? Go back to bed. It's just because my brain is going, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh no, write it down real quick before I
Yeah, I
forget
know
it.
about that active brain at night. Phew. So
Yeah. Absolutely.
what do you do to I had the best line of thinking, it just went right out my brain. Oh my gosh.
I hate it when that happens.
I hate it when that happens. I should have written it down, but I didn't. And it was so good. Everybody would want to know this.
Yeah.
If we all went around and talked about it.
Maybe it'll come back to you. Now, Donna O'Brien said, honestly, I feel like I need to be held and rocked, preferably by an angel.
Yeah.
You know what? Do one
Or
of these.
Idris, whichever one is
yourself.
available first.
Definitely. There is something to be said for the hugging. Give
Yes.
Hug it to yourself. Yeah.
yourself a hug. It
Yep.
I
works. It works.
actually saw a short the other day.
Yeah.
Somebody, an adult, was talking to like this 2-year-old. I mean, little girl, little bitty thing. And he asked her, "What's your favorite thing?" Expecting her to say, the puppy or the toys or whatever. She said, "A hug." And he went, "A hug?" And she said, "Oh, yeah, I like hugs, especially when I hug myself." And she does this.
Aw.
And I'm watching, and he's like, "Well, why do you hug yourself?" And she said, "That's so the angels can get with me and they can hug me too." And so
Oh,
she equated hugging herself to that was the angels
Angels.
hugging her.
oh,
And I just remember watching that and thinking, I want one of those hugs.
Yes.
That's all I could think
Yes.
of, was
Yeah.
I want a hug like that.
when we hug others or we give a hug, it's such an energy transfer.
Yeah.
There's so much going on, and you can really feel the warmth in that hug.
Mhm.
And you can feel if somebody really cares about you and they have warm
Yes.
feelings for you versus just a cold hug. Oh my God.
Yeah, one of those sideways
there are
hugging,
Yeah, right.
yeah,
there are
don't bother.
definitely
Getting a
different
pat on the back
kinds
like
of
this.
hugs.
Oh, hi, honey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
It's
like
like if I'm gonna
solid.
hug you, I'm gonna
I want
hug
a
you.
solid
yeah,
bear hug.
exactly.
Solid bear hug or nothing.
Yes.
Give
Yeah.
me the full.
It took me years to teach my late husband how to give a hug.
I had to do the same.
Because he was either a hug
Yeah.
meant
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
first step to going in the
Yes.
bedroom,
Yeah.
or it was, "Oh, okay, thanks, baby." And it's
Yeah.
like, "No, that's not what
No.
I'm asking you for.
No.
I just want a hug." "Well, I gave you a hug." "No, you didn't," and it took
See, you
and
have to
once I
explain it.
taught him the
Yeah.
difference, he was
Yeah.
the one that was always asking for hugs, because
Because
he'd be
you
like,
gave him the full, beautiful hug and he understood
"Right,
that's what that
yeah,
feels like. The full hug. And every night
Yes.
my husband and I give each other that hug. We always do, no matter what. Because I have
Yep.
to say, that is one good energetic exchange. And it
And
feels
you
so
can absolutely do
beautiful.
that for yourself. Don't
Yes,
forget,
you can. Yes, you can.
nobody is watching you, okay? When you give yourself a hug and tell yourself, "I appreciate you, I love you, you are absolutely
It's
amazing." And
it is
mean
a
it,
real
because you
thing. Yes,
are.
you mean it.
Yeah.
You are. Yes,
That's one of the
absolutely.
reasons why I do the daily affirmations, and I try to keep them under a minute so it'll post
Yeah.
on the shorts, it'll post on the TikTok, and it's just,
Yeah.
60 seconds or less.
Mhm.
And I usually have a deck of cards. I've bought several that are just like positive affirmation cards. And so I never look at the card before I pull it to do the video.
Yeah.
I pull it like just seconds before I hit record.
Yeah.
So the reaction that they get is that instant when I read it, and it's like, okay, and then I just go with it. And but there are sometimes when it'll send me off on a tangent.
Yeah.
And 5 minutes later, I'm like, okay, well, this isn't a short anymore, but here you go. And
Yeah.
but the amount of positive feedback I have gotten from those, just the simple little thank you, I needed to hear that today. And
Yeah.
I started posting them to TikTok. I got more followers on TikTok now than I do on YouTube. And I can't figure out how to use TikTok.
Probably because the people on TikTok don't get to hear that often enough, and you're giving them food for the soul that they need
Yeah, I get a lot of young
daily.
people, a
Yeah.
lot of young people that
Yeah.
respond.
And they go,
to my
"Oh,
TikTok.
what's this?" And they feel good after they read it.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Linda
Laura Hammond Davis said
Norm
that
says group
David,
hug.
at Terror by the Bay is having a hard time.
Yeah,
So
I
let's
saw
send them
that.
some love and support.
I'll put that up.
Absolutely.
We'll do a most benevolent outcome for him in a
Yes.
second. Linda says, I had the day off. I listened to Margaritaville radio all day. I need to keep that part going. I feel joy remembering Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah,
Now
he was
I
great.
can just let go of my Kit Kat clock to work. Get that my Kit Kat clock to work properly. Oh, that's cute.
Check
Yeah.
the batteries.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
let's see, Tarot by the who was it? Laura Hammond Davis. Yes,
Yes.
David by the Tarot by the Bay is having
I
a
see that
hard
he's posted a
time.
couple of non-tarot videos, and so I'm like, I haven't watched any of them because I just got the vibe that he was just trying to vent, and it's like I'm trying to put myself in a different headspace. You know, it's
Yeah.
like once I
So
purged at lunchtime,
let's
I was
say
like, okay, let's let it go.
I request or I and we request a most benevolent outcome for David Tarot by the
Absolutely.
Bay for his support and complete peace and joy throughout this year and 2025 and onward, filled with peace and love and joy and community and love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done.
It is good.
Amen.
Amen.
All right.
And that can go out to everybody.
Every
That
single
very
person.
simple prayer. Yeah.
Every single person.
If you need it, take it.
You know, let's just do one for all of us. I request a most benevolent outcome that all of us in this community and around the whole entire world feel the love of our divine source that we are and embody that beautiful light that we know that we are, bringing us peace, clarity, and the wisdom to move through all of the rest of our earth school lifetime and with grace, beauty, and paving the path with beautiful intentions of healing, light, and wisdom that we bring for humanity and ourselves. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done.
Amen.
Amen.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I think that unless anybody has anything else, we can wrap it up in 48 minutes. Yeah.
Hey.
Here we go.
So, amen to that, everyone.
Yeah, I got a video I need to make anyway. So
Yeah, we're a little
I'm
early.
trying to get into
Yes.
making myself do that on like a regular basis for members to do that little short video for them because it's not something that I've done a lot of. I've only really done one so far. And so it's like, okay, I need to get myself into that space to do it. So
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to say, yeah, I saw Tim of Telltale Tarot this morning, and really it is about listening to your guides and giving them the platform to say what you have to say, either through tarot or just channeling as he's going through the cards he's channeling. You're just the conduit. You are not, this is a channel. You are saying what's coming through. There is no guilt, shame, or blame associated with that. So just so
Exactly.
you all know, when you see someone grappling with that, please put it in the chat. You have no shame, blame, guilt, or anything associated with that. You're just a pure conduit for that channeling. And as you were reading at that timeline, that was all true, as were millions of other readers reading it at the same time. So,
Exactly. And you know what? I understand that a lot of people had that knee-jerk reaction because they were,
Hurt.
up until yesterday, they were asking us and we were delivering the messages that we were getting.
Yeah.
And a lot of people put a good deal of faith into what we were saying, which is wonderful. But I think also at the same time, a lot of people put a lot of faith into what we were saying without really backing up what we were saying. They were just, see, they got it. It's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you got to carry your own luggage. You got to carry your own stuff. So when you when you're in that reactionary headspace and you're looking for someone to blame because you feel like you've been gut punched, please
You get
don't go
angry.
after the readers.
Remember, we feel that way too.
Yeah.
So beating up on us doesn't help anybody.
No.
We already feel like we're failures because
I don't feel like I'm a
how
failure.
did we get it wrong?
I don't see
A lot
any
of people, that's been their initial response.
you know what?
And I
Here's
didn't feel that way, but
the
it's
whole
like,
reason why I talked about the Telltale Tarot issue is to show you there is no blame, shame, guilt. Those are all 3D
exactly.
emotions. It isn't a reality. You're channeling information in. At the time you're channeling it,
Exactly.
it's to the best of your ability. You could be off as you're getting the information. It can happen. But so many readers got what they got. And that is a fact.
It was not a got you moment from spirit.
No,
No.
no, and the reason why people always say, "Oh, well, let it get closer to the time. Let it get closer to the time, and we'll read again. We'll read again." It's because things shift. They shift timelines. Shift timelines. Well, it shifted timelines just like that, right then and there. We'd already read the day before, but it already was shifting.
And it's like we try to explain to people for any kind of reading on any topic is that what we're reading, what we're picking up right this moment is what the energy is right this moment.
That's right.
There's
So
free
there
will, and it could change 5 minutes from now or
And-
5
and-
days from now.
And to feel bad about it would be to say to your guides and angels, "Oh, I feel bad about, the job we're doing together." No.
Exactly. And that's what I
No.
was trying to get across to several who were coming across that
No.
way this morning. Was like, no, don't
No.
blame yourself because
Blame
you
is
you saw it
first of all,
your
it's your
way.
fault.
You just gotta,
Yeah.
it is what it is. Just go with it.
Shaming and blaming are not the light. They're not.
No.
They're based on fear.
Mm-hmm.
And you definitely don't want to go to those emotions that are shadow emotions. You want to.
This was, I spent most of my morning trying to bring people out of that.
Yeah.
And then I spent most of the afternoon getting it returned to me of people saying, it's going to be okay. We're going to stick together. So,
yes.
It's like what I put out this morning started coming back to me this afternoon.
We're not going back. We're not going back. Nothing has changed. We are not going back. We are going to go forward with love. We are going to go forward with togetherness. We are going to go forward in this light together.
Right. Like I was trying to say, what you put out, you're going to get back.
Yeah.
Everything.
Exactly.
Anyway, so with that, it's been a lovely show.
It has.
It has been.
We had like 154 people, I think, at once.
Nice.
I mean,
Wow. Awesome.
We have 102 right now. But thank you for joining us, everyone. We really appreciate it. All of you mean so much to us. We wouldn't be doing this without you. And, we don't get paid for this. We just do it because we want to be with you all in this community, because we get as much as we give out. This beautiful back and forth it's enriching and very wonderful for all of us. And so
that's what I said today when I did my video, is the whole reason why I started doing this is because Spirit said to do it, and it's to help others.
Absolutely.
That was the whole
Absolutely.
purpose.
And so if you can all go and like and subscribe to Marina Heart Centered Tarot, Shari, Voices from the Swamp, and Val, Dragonfly Crystals, Next Level Channeling. If you want to subscribe, please do so. You
It's
can
free.
join memberships. You can do a whole plethora of things. And you can also sign up for readings. Marina's Heart Centered
We all do personal
Val's
readings.
Dragonfly Crystals .store. And Shari, I think her email.
Swampvoice@gmail.com.
There you go. So
Wonderful.
I just
Wonderful.
thank you everyone for joining us, and we'll see you next time. And it'll be on
I'll be
Next
hosting
week,
the next one.
okay.
Marina, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Marina, Heart Center Tarot. Okay, everyone. See you later.